So the next thing on the agenda is the political insight segment, which will be brought to you by Ashley, if her internet is stable enough. Ashley, go ahead.
Oh, very funny. So our political insight for tonight is, do you think that a false accuser of rape should serve time through community service?
Now to that false rape charge, 1 year in prison. That sentence tonight for the woman who falsely accused 2 football players from Sacred Heart University in Connecticut of rape. The students say what she did has changed their lives forever, even though they have been cleared of all wrongdoing. Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Stoltz with our lead story tonight. He's live in Bridgeport. Marcus.
That's right, Bill. Those 2 students were never arrested, never charged with any crime, but the accusation was serious enough. So much so, they say they had to leave school. Their reputation in tatters. She pursed her lips. She rolled her eyes, but Nikki Yavito's body language couldn't change the outcome. A year in jail for telling a lie that cost 2 young men their college careers.
My life has been altered and shaped in ways that nobody here could have imagined.
Malik St. Hilaire was never arrested, but Yavino claimed he and another student raped her while all 3 attended Sacred Heart University in 2016. Instead, it was the Long Island native who was charged when the police investigation revealed sexual activity had occurred but was consensual. Prosecutors say Yavino made up the rape claim because she didn't want to upset another student she was interested in.
Her willingness to accept this plea deal reflects her accountability for what happened.
But it wasn't that simple. At first, Yavino insisted she had been assaulted and rejected a plea deal. It was only during jury selection before trial that she changed her mind again and pleaded guilty.
So I just hope that, she knows what she's done, and the fact that my life will never be the same. Like, I have anxiety, I have PTSD from this.
It's bad enough that they were accused of such heinous behavior, though never arrested. But then to have her story change over and over and over again, it's as if you were kicked while you were down.
Well, the other student who chose to remain anonymous lost a football scholarship over this. Both men say they plan to sue Yavino in civil court. As for the criminal case, she has been in custody since that guilty plea in June. It will count as time served towards that 1-year sentence. And we're live in Bridgeport. Marcus Solis, Channel 7 Eyewitness News.
So, Yavino of Setauket, I believe that's somewhere in America, pleaded guilty to making up the allegations and was sentenced to 3 years in prison. She will only serve 1 year, though, with the other 2 suspended as part of the plea agreement. Now, the persons who were accused, so victim statements from both men were in court prior to the sentencing, though only one was present. But the message was the same, that their lives have been forever changed by the accusations. Malik St. Hilaire said his life has been a roller coaster since the incident and that he suffers from anxiety.
So both withdrew from school, and the one lost his football scholarship over the incident. Their lawyer said one of the things that made the case more difficult was how it played out, with Yavino, initially fighting the charges, then rejecting a plea deal before ultimately pleading guilty immediately prior to jury selection. Now, guys, the question that was posed earlier was, do you think her getting serving 1 year, or if she were to serve it as community service, or her serving 1 year for this situation where she falsely accused these young men of rape, do you think that is like a fair equivalent? What do you think? How do you think the situation should have been handled, knowing that she cost these young men so many things and she has marred their name in such a way? This is possibly something they'll be tainted with forever, because oftentimes persons, they might hear the truth and they might be like, well, I don't believe that. If they still think you did it, no matter how much time you prove, you disprove it, if that's what they want to believe and taint your name, what else can you do? You can't go in their head and force them to erase those thoughts. But do you think that she was, the serving that she got was justified, and how you think it was handled. Let's hear your thoughts. Please raise your hands. We'll go in order. Raise your hands, guys. I see one hand raised. So go ahead, Monique. Let's hear from you.
I don't think it was justified. For me, I think she should have gotten the time that a person that does rape. Yeah, I think that's the prison sentence she should have gotten, and them should have swear. Yeah, them should have swear. Them. What I'm thinking about is that them forget as much as them can out of the situation, because at this point there's no way to turn it around. It's a go dead and it not go anywhere. So might as well get everything you can out of the situation. So make sure that she regret it for the rest of her life, and you get some extras on it.
Thank you very much, Monique. The next person in line, we have Javon. Go ahead, Javon.
I don't think that's enough fear based on the sentence that I'm gonna give her, because she tell a lie on the person, so it actually ruin the person's life. So I feel that them should have give her a good amount of years for the lie what she tell. And remember, she ruined somebody's life, so it's like that gonna stick with the person for the rest of their life. So I feel that she should have get a more harsher punishment for that. That's basically that. Yeah, that's my point.
All right, thank you so much for sharing, Javon. We'll take Ashley. Natty. Go ahead, Ashley.
Yeah, I don't think my mix working properly or the Wi-Fi.
Boy, Ashley, I'm gonna say best thing you just type, or you can send me a voice note and I'll play it for you, because we can't hear what you're saying, Ashley. So either you send me a voice note and I'll play it, or you type. All right, hon? Go ahead, Natty, because we're not hearing Ashley.
All right. Me personally think they practically said what I was gonna say. She should have get more than 1 year. I think she should have get more, because that whole heap of line go on there. So and what did they convict the person? I saw the proof but she come up with this strong, because that rough, like they go through like a full court case and then find somebody guilty, and then years after come back. Might as well she keep it to herself and carry it to the grave, because right the sense after the person done everything, you go come now and say, oh, you know, me did do it. I did do it. No, me don't understand that. She should have get like way more years, because that person probably has gone through a lot, like a lot during those 4 years and even after and before in sentence. So I think that she should have get more, honestly. That's it.
Thank you very much for sharing, Natty. Burton, I see your hand is up. Go ahead, please.
Right. I don't think it was justified either. I think she should have definitely gotten like a harsher punishment, because when you look at the severity of the situation, one guy lost his scholarship and another one had like anxiety and PTSD. So I think that she should have definitely done like hard jail time, no community service. And I definitely think that rather than having a lawsuit, the court should have actually just fined her and had her pay to compensate the victims, because once things are like on social media and stuff, it doesn't go away no matter how you try to disprove it. So they'll always kind of have that following them, and if they try to get other scholarships, they may have heard about the thing and be like, oh, that guy, I can't really trust him, he doesn't have a clean image, so let's not give him the scholarship. So I feel like the damage is irreversible, and I feel like she needs to pay. And especially when you look at like the broader societal meaning, I think that she should have done time in order to serve as a deterrent for other women who may feel like it's okay to make like throw around those accusations. Because when you really look at it, her doing that is actually giving a bad name to actual victims who want to like speak out about stuff. So I definitely feel like she got off way too easy. And I didn't even hear like she was expelled from the school or anything. So yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing. All right, so we see someone in the comments. I think it's Celia Brown. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. So she was saying she intentionally lied about rape, knowing that the boys would suffer a lifetime for something they'd never done. Community service isn't enough. She should serve the number of years one would give to an actual rapist. Ashley said, no witness testify against her. That's why she confessed. Kevon said, I'm wondering if it would be the same if the genders were reversed. Okay. So I agree that one, she should pay them some form of compensation for all of the destruction that they've caused, like the equivalent of his scholarship and possible income that he could have generated from pursuing that course if it's a case where he no longer did, etc. I think she should compensate him for that. I think she should compensate the other individual for his emotional distress. Well, both of them, they both have emotional distress. And I also think she should serve a lengthy amount of time. I don't think community service is justified in this situation, because looking at it this way, if they had been arrested and sent to prison for X number of years, right? They would have been sent to prison for a longer period than 1 year. What is 1 year? And this is not discouraging other persons from doing this. And it is so sad, because when some females do this and they cry wolf, and you have actual females out there that go through this unfortunate situation, it makes it harder for them. It makes it harder for actual victims to be heard without being accused of lying. And it's not fair. All right, guys.
Wait, Jay, just to add to that as well, I think like the most severe damage would be, other than him losing his freedom for our 4 years, a lot of his interpersonal relationships could have been damaged because of that. So there's a lot that could have gone on in his relationships, like family relationship, business relationship, school relationship, work relationship. And then for persons, I've heard that persons that when you go to jail for rape and murder, especially rape, a lot of the inmates don't treat you well. And like, as some of them say, oh, you never have no mother, you never have no sister, so they don't treat you well. Like, them treat you bad when you go in there, especially for rape. So that's a lot to be compensated for. I mean, I think money can pay back for the time we spend with him deep down in himself. No, say, yo, I never do nothing to this girl. That must have been harsh.
I mean, I'm saying, but at the same time, I would take, for something like that, I would take some form of monetary compensation versus none at all.
No, I'm not saying that they shouldn't, I'm saying yes, but
you'll never be able to fully, take away all the damage she's caused. I get that. I get it. But yeah, I do understand what you're saying. It's not something that you can take away. It's kind of like the same if you do something to somebody, you hurt them. Even if you say sorry, it's not going to undo what you've done. It's not going to change what has already happened. So yeah. So someone said, and the fact that she did it just to make another guy sorry for her is disgusting. You would destroy people all for a man to like you? Yes. Apparently this person would. So thank you guys so much for participating in the Public Insight segment.